Hi everybody, welcome to another segment of XYZ of Betting. I have Shakes Rampedi and Oliver Keohane. And we're going to chat about Man United traveling to Paris Saint-Germain for Champions League football.
Yes.
Shakes,
Champions League football.
is this an easy one to predict?
Because PSG have Mbappe, I think for me it's a little bit easy to predict. But I won't lie, I do think the result that Manchester United got against Newcastle came just right in time to sort of boost their confidence as well. Obviously, the news came out that Cavani didn't travel because he felt he was not ready yet, and then Harry Maguire apparently picked up an injury. So there will be a back four that we haven't seen in terms of, is it Bailly and Lindelof, which might be testing. And as for PSG too, they also have injuries to deal with. But the fact that they have Mbappe just puts them favorites for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I like, the thing I like, how much do you take into the Newcastle game? Because in that game, like you say, we chatted off camera, Newcastle were in that game right up until the last 10, 15 minutes, and then they just had a sort of a brain freeze, and before you knew it was a 4-1. It was a very flattering 4-1 scoreline to Manchester United, that's for sure. You've got a PSG team that plays in an easy league, with no disrespect to the French league, but they play in that league. They're scoring goals at will, not giving up goals. Confidence is high. I don't expect much of a fight for Manchester United tonight, and I see Man United losing by 2 or more goals.
Yeah, I think similar things. PSG to definitely net 2 or more. But the thing about Man U is, although they've been pretty shocking, they've managed to score 1 at least somewhere along the line. Whether it comes in the first minute and they then take 6 after that, or whether it's 1-0 and they then score 3.
Yeah.
They do manage to get a goal. So I reckon both teams to score might be a decent one to add into a builder bet somewhere along the line. But I reckon it could be a 3-1 or 2-1 to PSG.
Yeah. What about you? So Shakes, what are you gonna? I'm gonna put down a bet, a 500 rand bet, on Paris Saint-Germain to win. They're to be over 2.5 goals, and they're Paris Saint-Germain to take at least one more corner in the match than them, and that 500 rand returns 1,388 rand.
Do you think there'll be a lot of corners?
No, I don't.
Look, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like, that's the thing. I do want to say PSG. I really, really do want to say PSG and over a number of goals and all that stuff. But there's something about when all is backed against the wall and there's pressure and all that stuff, then 4-1 against Newcastle shows up out of the blue. You're just like, how did that happen? And there's something in me that says, I feel like United might actually walk out of France with a point.
Wow, listen, if there's something in you, we got to get you an exorcist and get that evil spirit out.
Yeah, get it out completely, because I don't know, I'm feeling otherwise about it, and I'm not 100% sure as to where it's going to go. I do feel that maybe both teams to score is definitely something that will happen within this game. I think both teams will definitely score. So I'm probably lean towards that and say one thing I do know for sure is that both teams will definitely score.
Okay. And Mbappe to score at any time.
Yes, Mbappe will definitely score at any time. And for the viewers, if I have to give a result,
Well, you have to.
I will say PSG 2, Manchester United 2.
Wow.
Nice.
It's, you like the wild prophet. You like the Rasputin of the Russian monarchy. Just outrageous.
I just feel like Ole's gonna do something, man. I don't know. He's just gonna do something. I don't know how he does it, but he's just gonna do something that United, Ed Woodward is gonna say, you see, that's why he's there.
We're going to have to edit this segment into our Premier League preview on Thursday after Man United lose. Just
We'll see, Oliver. I'm telling you, man. That game is tonight, right?
See, this year to me, rather than being the Red Devils, they've been more like the Little Rascals. Just not convinced by them.
They have been little rascals. I will definitely agree with you on that one. It's just, and the pressure's on. I mean, that 4-1 against Newcastle, like the last 10 minutes, they were scoring goals for fun. Everything was just clicking. Even when Bissaka, who hardly goes up on at fullback, he got a goal, and a very beautiful goal at that. And there's just something about Ole, man. I'm not saying he's a great manager, but
there's an old saying. There's even a blind squirrel will stumble across a nut every once in a while, and even a broken watch tells the time right twice a day. So just because they put it all together for that brief glimpse, to me, you know, I see the 6-1 beat down of a Tottenham team that drew with West Ham. You know, it's
exactly. Look, I mean, even for bettors, anyways, if you guys want to try out, maybe also people can try out the handicap. Handicap minus PSG is actually 2.23, so it's not too bad.
That's not a bad bet. No, there's some good bets out there. It's you know, I always like to be a little conservative after I'm just being. I don't like to chase, but instead of getting shell shocked again. But there's some good games tonight. Chelsea versus Sevilla. What's your thoughts on that game? That's going to be an interesting game because Chelsea are hitting.
Yeah, very interesting because obviously Sevilla just won the Europa League. They're a team that you can't underestimate. So with Chelsea, they're still trying to find themselves. That's the thing about Chelsea. They're still trying to find themselves. And going forward, they're so great. And Timo Werner getting goals over the weekend will be a big plus to that. But at the back, they just, I don't know. And Edward Mendy, who is supposedly their new number one, came back from international break with an injury, hence why he didn't play over the weekend. So I'm guessing he's probably not going to play tonight, but I'm thinking maybe Caballero will come in. But I think Sevilla could stun people tonight, and I probably would say, even in that game, I think Sevilla's going to win it, eh?
The thing about Chelsea is, like, you know, a good bet to maybe start looking to with them is an over-under on goals and both teams to score, because Chelsea can score. We've seen that, you know, they can score a lot, but they're conceding a lot because of their leaky defense. So against a team like Sevilla, you know, maybe both teams to score in a build a bet, or even just an over-under. Like on the weekend, I picked the over-under against Southampton. It ended up being 6 goals, but an over-under on 3.5 was at, I think, like, you know, 2.8 or something. So I might look to that later.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch Chelsea after them blowing that 2-0 lead. I'm just going to watch. I think I'll try and concentrate on one game rather than channel hop. You know.
Fair enough.
Get into my build-a-bet, get stuck in, have some chicken, and enjoy the game.
So I mean, check this out, guys. So Timo Werner is rated at 2.46 to score against Sevilla. So that's not a bad bet. Anytime goal scorer.
Yeah, I just feel like whenever I've backed a particular goal scorer for Chelsea this year, they just don't seem to pitch up for that match, and then they score 2 in the next match. It was like Kai Havertz in the beginning, nothing. Next match scores 2. Like, same with Timo. It didn't score for the first 2 matches, then started. Yeah. So, yeah, I just Chelsea for me we still don't know. There's no pattern to what's happening with them, except for the fact that there are goals being scored and goals being conceded.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, but then you got to look at the 3.82 on Sevilla to win outright. Shakes, if you think that's it's not a bad bet.
Yeah, I like that bet. I really do. I really like that bet. I probably would say, yeah, Sevilla could actually win this game, actually, you know, and I really do like that bet. Even a draw in Sevilla, double chance is 1.84. That's not bad either.
I've seen worse.
Yeah. But I think because of Frank Lampard as well, he's still figuring his team out. I think also they showed the statistic that his team has conceded the most goals per minute or something like that. They're conceding a lot of goals, and I just think Frank Lampard maybe just does not know how to deal with big egos. And I think Sevilla is going to be a little bit of a wake-up call to just say, okay, guys, now we must ring the alarm now.
Well, another interesting night of football, and the games are just coming thick and fast, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. Look, I mean, the teams that are in action tonight, if people really want to bet. Juventus is going up against Dynamo Kiev. They're away. We've got Chelsea at home against Sevilla. Obviously, I'm looking at the interesting ties. There's the Lazio and Dortmund game, actually. That's also pretty interesting. Both teams will know how to score. Ciro Immobile will be facing his former team in Dortmund. Barcelona is also in action. PSG United, Red Bull Leipzig, and Istanbul Başakşehir. My reading is bad. And Start Red.
Yeah. It depends on what time I get finished at work, but I might go home, watch the Juventus Dynamo Kiev. And then, of course, we've got the Man United game. So I'm gonna have my bet on Man United and look to make a bit of money back and enjoy the soccer.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. In fact, I'm not going United. Actually, I'm actually gonna look forward to the Lazio and the Dortmund game. I think there's a lot of goals there that could happen, and I think maybe I might just go for an over 3.5 for that game.
Nice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Nice, guys. Oliver, you didn't state where you're gonna bet, Oliver.
I'm probably going to be looking to the Chelsea game, either at both teams to score or over 2.5 or 3.5 goals. But yeah, I'll be tweeting that later. Also got to check the lineups once again, like we continuously say it and then make that mistake of like forgetting putting a bet and then there's someone out, like or someone hasn't traveled with them, and
Yeah, and there's a lot of internationals that have come back. It looks like for Lazio and Dortmund, with injuries. Both teams have 7 players each that won't play. Now there's 3 questionable with Lazio. So it's should be another interesting game.
Yeah, 3 games to look forward to. So we got Kevin on is it PSG and United?
Yeah.
We've got Shakes on Lazio and Dortmund, and we've got Oliver on Chelsea and Sevilla. This is gonna be interesting.
Well, we'll be back again on Thursday to chat about our Premier League predictions. Can't possibly get any worse than this week's for me.
Don't say that.
Touch wood. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for coming in, Shakes, and always a pleasure, eh?
Thank you so much for the invite. Take care, guys.
Just Shakes.
Cheers, Shakes.